Hey guys, we are now in Alberobello. As you see from the background, the trick here is since there's a lot of tourists in the area, you have to find some quiet corners and there are places which you can find and enjoy. So join us as we discover this UNESCO World Heritage Site. We visited Alberobello on Easter Sunday, so the place was packed with locals and tourists. When we arrived, it didn't feel like a normal town. It looked like something imagined first, then built later. White houses with cone-shaped roofs, all clustered together. It almost feels unreal at first. These houses are called trulli. They are built using dry stone, which means no cement at all. Just limestone carefully stacked. It's simple in concept, but very precise in execution. One detail worth paying attention to is the symbols painted on the roofs. They're not just decoration. Many of them have religious or symbolic meanings, often linked to protection or good fortune. It's something easy to miss if you're just walking through quickly. So the sign, if you are in the most touristic part of Alberobello, is if you see those stores, souvenir shops, it means. Maybe your question is Alberobello worth a visit?
It's definitely yes.
Yeah, they say it's a tourist trap, but actually those are one of those places that still worth visiting. What we found interesting is that this wasn't originally about design or aesthetics. There's actually a story behind it. Back in the 14th century, this area was under feudal rule and there was a tax on permanent houses. So instead of building something fixed, people built homes that could technically be dismantled quickly. That way, they could avoid paying taxes. Whether they really took them down or not is still debated, but the idea itself shaped the entire town. We just finished our drink. I think it's quite nice if you go to those areas that offer panoramic views. We stayed for about 30 minutes. That's good enough. So if you get tired walking around, just go to those areas that offer panoramic views.
Chill, chill,
Chill, yeah. You can have your table for 30 minutes
and then continue.
and continue, yes. Over time, instead of disappearing, this tile became the identity of the place. Today, there are more than 1,000 trulli here, and that's why Alberobello is now recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. What's fascinating is that these weren't built to impress anyone. They were just practical homes, and now they become one of the most recognizable places in southern Italy. Now, if you've seen photos of Alberobello, they were probably taken in Rione Monti. That's the most popular area, and it's also where things get quite busy. You'll find a lot of souvenir shops, cafes, and crowds, and that's why some people describe it as a tourist trap. But if you walk just a bit further towards Aia Piccola, the atmosphere changes. It's quieter, more residential, and you actually see people living in these houses. It feels more grounded, less curated. A lot of people say this place looks like something out of a fantasy world, like The Hobbit. It hasn't really been used in major films, but visually, you can see why people make that comparison. The shapes, the textures, the repetition, it creates a very distinct atmosphere. So the visit is done. We ended our visit with an octopus sandwich, which is common in the area, yeah?
Yes,
In the region. Before we leave for Loco Rotondo, we would like to ask you to subscribe, like, and post your comments. We hope to see you on our next vlog. Just to give you a perspective, guys, so this is the touristy side. But actually, if you go to this side, you will see also trulli houses, but less crowded. You will have some areas on your own.
Peaceful experience.
Peaceful experience. It's not as old, maybe, but it's
Or maybe
beautiful.
it's even older.
So yes, it's popular, and yes, parts of it can feel a bit commercial. But once you understand why this place exists and how it was shaped by something as simple as avoiding taxes, it becomes much more than just a photogenic stop. This is the other side of the tourist area.
Peaceful area.
This is less crowded, so you can come here. See? You will still see people, but it's not as crowded as the other side.